Hello guys, it's me, Big Dave, and today we're doing another Raid Shadow Legend video. So today we're going over the new boss, the twins. So we'll get into the run, I'll go over the champs, then I'll go over the gear, then I'll go over the stats, and then the presets at the end to give you guys an idea of how I did it. So yeah, we'll get into the run, and I'll see you guys on the other side. So hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks, guys. So yeah, that's the run. I'll go over the gear, and then I'll go over the masteries, and then I'll go over the presets, guys. Okay. So we'll get into the champs. Game up. Okay. So we'll start with the MVP here, which is Geomancer. So pull up his stats. As you can see, I've got him in perception and relentless. I personally would rather see him in reflex, but again, I've been working on that during the fusion. I got a fair amount of it now. I wouldn't say I've got a overly OP versions of it, but eventually that would be how I would go, because I don't like him losing all the buffs, because with reflex he would just, his cooldowns would just come back around quicker. He wouldn't take extra turns, which means you lose the buffs, which I need in order for this comp to work. And there's times where he doesn't land, especially when I've tried it on other, like on Spirit, it was fairly good, but on other affinities like Force today, it was just seemed to be all over the place. Don't know whether I just got unlucky with RNG, but yeah, it wasn't very good to be honest. So yeah, I'll say right now, this, I've got this to work on every affinity, but I haven't got it to work 100%. Because I'll go over other reasons why in a second now. So yeah, anyway, so this is Geo. So 43k HP, 3,200 defense, 237 speed, very little crit damage, very little resistance just as a byproduct of the gear I'm using, and 438 accuracy, which I think is fairly low, but it is what I've got to get him in Relentless. Eventually, the plan would be get him in Reflex with better gear, with more accuracy, bumping that towards about 450, 460, 470 range. So yeah, obviously the Great Hall, my Great Hall accuracy is maxed out, so yeah, that's where I'm getting the extras from. So yeah, again, Geomancer, I'll go over his masters really quickly. So War Master and down the support tree. I wouldn't cookie cutter these guys. Do it as you feel necessary, but you need War Master, I think, for the procs. It just helps more. It just does. So build him like you would build him for clan boss. Yeah, and unless you're running him in a slow clan boss, that is. But yeah, this is how I've got him. So yeah, so I'll go over the next champs now. So we've got the next champ is Mithrala. So obviously you get this girl as fragments in Hydra. If you're mid to late game and you're hitting Hydra, or your clan is, I would definitely recommend trying, if you're having difficulty. I've done videos on some of those, but if you're having difficulty there, please leave me a message. I'll be more than happy to help, because I've created a comp for most iterations of that. There's certain champs you'll need and certain champs that will benefit you there. Like some of them I'm actually using here. So yeah. So yeah, obviously Mithrala is the Doomtown Fragments. You get a couple a week, depending how lucky you are with RNG. And obviously if you're taking it down, happy days. If you can, even if you can get like the first or second box on Heart, hit that as well if you can. It's worth doing just to get her. And obviously now it's worth doing because of the soulstones are in them now. So yeah, they're even now worth more doing now, even though most people don't like it. And to be honest, I'm not a fan of it because the RNG base of changing heads and affinities and the right champs that you need. So yeah, but it's been made a lot easier by having Mithrala in the game. So yeah, so I'll go over our stats. So 68k HP, 2,700 defense. I'd like that way more, 3,500, 4,000 if I can. But again, that it comes down to the gear because I wanted it to have over 700 resistance, which means I have to put accuracy on it. Eventually, the plan would be to try and get maybe some resistance gear on it, so I can, with accuracy or something along those lines, to bump that up and put defense and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, that's Mithrala. The mastery is Eagle Eye, because obviously her passive allows accuracy to be converted into resistance, obviously. So I've got a little bit of resistance here, down to reduced death, heals when it kills a target, unless she's going to counter attack, decreases AoEs, and then done the support tree for extra accuracy. So yeah, again, don't blindly copy. I've gone this way because I use her in arena. So because I want the retribution procs to land when somebody hits us. So yeah, it's up to you how you do it, but don't blindly copy masteries. Just have a think through it. If you're struggling with it, just ask me in the Discord or leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll go over it for you. Okay. So yeah, that's Mithrala. So then we've got Godseeker Aniri. She's in Guardian. I gotta give a shout to Mr. Fixture for this, because he put me onto this idea, because I wasn't thinking about it, to be honest. And I don't run her that much in Hydra, because I can one key hard and I can one key with basically a sort of all-out damage team on normal. Because my clan is only hitting hard and normal. They are hitting brutal, but they're not taking it down. So it's kind of pointless slamming a key in it for nothing, really, because I'd have to put my hard team in brutal in order to do it, and I haven't got another team for hard. So yeah, so obviously got her in Guardian. The gear sets I've got for that are 68k HP, 2,764 defense. Again, like that, near 3,000 or 4,000. 259 speed. The speed is important because I need her to go before the boss does, so she heals in front of him. So she's topping them up when he's hitting us. So she has to go almost 1-for-1. Maybe she's a little bit faster than him. So yeah, a little bit, but not much. No crit, very little crit damage. A little bit of resistance, no accuracy. Because again, she doesn't bring any debuffs. So, and obviously she can come in clutch with her res. I wouldn't rely on it though. So I would try and get more defense into her. Because the issue that I have on other affinities is she dies. Because obviously she's taking the flak. she's taking the hits, but obviously we're giving her shields and she's healing herself and she's healing everybody else too. So yeah, again, you don't have to run her. You could run a Volgoth, but I prefer her because of the buff extension that I need in order to run Claude here. So yeah, so that's Godseeker. The Masters I've gone here are War Master because I used her for Bommel, but I'm building a second one for that. Again, I've got months to do it because Bommel's not finished. So yeah, so I've gone down to War Master, Healing Savior, basically all the healing side of the support tree. You know, that's where I would go with her. She doesn't have any debuffs, so it's pointless going down the right. Go down the left. So if you are going to copy, I'd copy these because down the left is the way to go. I'll just show you how I've done it. So like that. None of these really benefit her. None of them. Like, the charge focus doesn't because she doesn't need accuracy. Like, she doesn't put on any debuffs. So all of these are effectively pointless. You could put Eagle Eye on her, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just go down this side of the support tree, and then I go down to War Master. That's how I've done it. So yeah. So we'll go over Stagger Knight. One of the best decreased speeders in the game. Again, you can't use this guy on Magic, but again, I swap him out for Sylar. So I'll go over that in a second, but I'll go over his gear. So 50k, 3001, 3100 defense, 253 speed, a little bit of crit, very little crit damage, and 499 accuracy. I've got some decent gear on him, I won't lie. Again, I have to put other gear on Geo to keep him alive. So the accuracy is a little bit lower on Geo because of the fact that I have to give him more sustain. But Stag Knight's base, because he's a support, I don't know how he's a support, but he is. He brings a lot of decent base stats, where most attack champs are in the 8 to 900 here. He's in the 1000. So, and he has a base resist, which I don't really use. So yeah, that's Stag Knight. So obviously all perception. We've gone accuracy here with a nice juicy speed bump on it. Again, we could bump that even more. I should really glyph that, but I'm running out of glyphs because CVC. We've gone defense. I have to rechange his gear eventually. That is an insane banner. It just insane. I mean, it just is. So yeah, that's why his is so high. Again, masteries, War Master. Went down the support tree. So I'll show you. So Arcane Celerity, because he does put on debuffs, decrease speed, decrease accuracy, decrease attack. Again, they come in really clutch for us here because obviously he hits us hard, and the less his attack is, the less he hits us. So that's why Staggy is MVP for me here for that job. You know, again, can you replace Stag Knight? Yeah, you can replace him with Sylar. But again, it's harder because he's bringing decreased attack, which does actually help you. You have to up your defense in order to take that out. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. So yeah, that's Stag Knight. And then the MVP, the reason why I can go so low on accuracy here, considering the accuracy threshold is about 600 here, is this guy, Claude Beast Feeder. And I'll tell you why. I'll go to skill first, tell you why this guy is so good. So this. Increase speed, increase accuracy. So he keeps us topped up on speed. Godseeker then extends this because she's going. Does she go after him? She goes after him. So he puts this on. He goes, I think it's Godseeker, and then I think it's Mithrala. Or it's either Mithrala or Godseeker the other way around. I can't remember which way it goes. But he puts on this. She extends it. We've then got it for 3 turns. Now, I've got no masters on this guy. Eventually, I'm going to put, lasting gifts for this guy? It is lasting gifts. So that extends itself, and then Godseeker extends it again. At that point, it'll never fall off. So eventually, it will get done. Once I put masters on this guy, I think this comp will be as near as 100% as I can get it, I think. But again, I need a bit better gear on other champs. So, yeah. Obviously, his passive is quite nice. He heals the lowest guy by 10% when he takes a turn. So the faster he is, the better he is. So he is healing people. So yeah, he's kind of nice. No, you can, a lot of people sleep on this guy. I'll give Nubs a shot on this one because I was not thinking of this guy because he was literally in my vault. That's why I keep a copy of every epic because you just never know. There were diamonds in the rough in this game, and he's one of them. Yes, he's not Kimmy. Okay, yeah, he's not Yoshi, but he does those jobs. You build him right, and he can do those jobs, and that's what I like about him. So yeah, definitely worth building. And obviously, he's an epic, so books are a lot easier to come by, especially if you're written, Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare Clan mods. You will get more epic books than you will Lego books, so he's a lot easier to book. I think he took a few books, So 443 and 443. So $10. 10. Yeah, $10. That's nothing. 10's nothing. Sorry, it just isn't. No. You know, and again, if he gets you through this, like I use him on every affinity, and he doesn't die, well, apart from the end, and that's where the issue comes. Is at the end of a fight when that boss hits us twice or 3 times. So yeah, I will openly say, guys, that this doesn't work on every affinity because I've got it to work on every affinity, but it dies on some of them. So if you're happy to blow 20 energy, that's entirely up to you. I personally don't like doing it, but I have to in order to get it done. Like force was my issue this morning. I did it a couple of days ago and it was fine. I did it this morning and died twice. So, you know, take of that as you will. Again, I need better gear on Godseeker, and I probably need, yeah, I need better gear on Godseeker. Once I get better gear on Godseeker, this should be perfectly fine. It should. I've got enough heals. I've got enough debuffs. I'm cycling the boss good. So what I'll do is I'll go over the presets. I forgot to do earlier. So if I go in here, dungeons, twins, can I show the? Hold on, if I can find the preset, I have to go into the dungeons and do it. Hold on. Right, where is it? If I can find it. Right, here it is. So the presets are Mithrala opens up with A1, so we don't put any more buffs on. Godseeker, nothing because of the turn order she's in. Geomancer, knock off, creeping, petrify. You do not want it. If you can get a reflex on and knock this off, because he doesn't use it, he'll never need to cool it down. No? Basic. So then you'll only have a chance of ever cooling this down. So yeah, which is good. Claude, opening up with Beast Escape, which is the increased accuracy, increased speed. And then Stag, A1 priority. A1 opener, sorry, A1 opener. So he opens up with the A1. And once that lands, you're golden. It's as simple as that. There's nothing fancy, but make sure Petrify is off and make sure she opens up with that. So she doesn't put any buffs. Because then when he hits you, she'll cleanse. Simple. So yeah. If there's anything else, guys, that you need to know, okay, please leave a comment in the comment section. I will leave a link to my Discord in the comment section if you want to add yourselves to it. Yeah, if you guys want to know anything, just feel free to ask. Like, subscribe. We're getting closer to 500. So once I get to 500, I'm going to do a stream. So going over my account, have a chat with you guys. So yeah, because I haven't streamed for a while, I kind of want to do a couple here and there. Not do loads, but just do a couple here and there. So yeah, I want to say a big thank you to obviously Mr. Fex for giving me the idea for Godseeker, and I also want to thank the people who watched the Fire Night video I put out last. I was really shocked how well that video was done. You know, if you want to see more videos like that, I have got more of them coming. I've got an Ice Golem one coming very soon. I've got to work on a couple of masteries in order to make that work. But yeah, I've got a sub 2 minute there as well. So yeah, if there's anything you guys really need to know, please feel free to ask. Leave a comment in the comment section below. So yeah, hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That's me, Big Dave, out.